From Patanjali Yoga Sutra, we are going to see the introduction part. First, we will talk about Patanjali. Patanjali is a sage lived in ancient India. He is the father of modern yoga. He is the author of the celebrated Yoga Sutras. Anyone who wants to succeed in meditation can read this book and practice. Book 1, that is Samadhipada, portion on contemplation. Book 2, that is Sadhanapada, portion of practice. Book 3, Vibhudipada, that is the portion on accomplishments. Book 4 is Kaivalyapada, that is the portion of absoluteness. As Patanjali coordinated the yogic thoughts, his students carefully jotted them in shorthand with few words, which is called sutras. Sutra. Meaning of sutra is thread. They are words threaded together, sometimes not even sentences but just words. With the help of sutras, the science of yoga is clearly explained. For example, its aim, the necessary practices, the obstacles you may meet along the path, removal of obstacles, descriptions of the results obtained from the practices. First, we are going to talk about book 1, that is Samadhipada, portion on contemplation. Here begins the study of Raja Yoga, that is Ashtanga Yoga or the eight-limbed yoga. Anushashanam means exposition or instruction starts. Theoretical knowledge is a total waste. Practice is a must and it is an important part. Now we will talk about yoga. The restraint of the modifications of the mind stuff is yoga. Goal of yoga. If the restraint of the mental modification is achieved, that is the goal of yoga. If you can control the rising of the mind into ripples, you will experience yoga. Yoga means union, but for union, two things should be there. Practice of yoga leads to the union of individual consciousness with that of the universal consciousness. It indicates the perfect harmony of mind, body, and nature. Chitta. Chitta is the sum total of mind. Within Chitta, there are different levels. The first one is ego or ahamkara. The second one is buddhi or intellect. The third one is manas. Let us talk about the first one, that is ego or ahamkara. The basic mind is called the ahamkara or the ego. The ego is the I feeling. The second one is buddhi. This ego gives rise to the intellect or the discriminative faculty, which is buddhi. The third one is manas. This is the desiring part of the mind. It gets attracted to outside things through the senses. For example, nice smell comes from the kitchen. Manas records that as I'm getting smell from somewhere. Now the buddhi discriminates. What is this smell? I think it's cheese and it's from Switzerland. Buddhi decides now this is Swiss cheese. Then Ahamkara says, I should have it now. These three things happen one at a time quickly that we seldom distinguish between them. All these previous modifications give rise to effort to get cheese. Now want is created and you have to fulfill it. Now your mind won't be peaceful. Once fulfilled, it goes to its original peaceful condition. Naturally, the mind is in peaceful state, but the chitta vrittis or modulations or fluctuations of the mind disturb that peace. All the differences in the outside world are outcome of the mind modifications. For example, a boy has not seen his father since his birth. Father returns when he is 10 years old. The boy opens the door and sees a strange face. He runs to the mother and says, "Mama, there is a stranger at door." Mom comes and sees and with all joy introduces him as his father. The boy now says, "Oh, my daddy." A few minutes before he was a stranger, now he is a daddy. Did the daddy change into daddy? No, he is the same person. You created the idea of stranger and then changed to daddy. That's all. The entire outside world is based on your thoughts and mental attitude. The entire world is your own projection. Your values may change in a fraction of a second. That's why yoga does not bother much about changing the outside world. Yoga focuses on changing the inside mind. There is a saying, as mind, so the person. Bondage or liberation are in your mind. If you feel you are bound, you are bound. If you feel you are liberated, you are liberated. Things outside neither bind nor liberate you. Only your attitude towards them binds or liberates you. So, if you have control over your thought forms and change them as you want, you are not bound by the outside world. There is nothing wrong with the world. You can make a heaven or hell according to your approach. That's why the entire yoga is based on Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So, learn to control your mind so nothing binds you. In few videos, we have already dealt with what are the dirts and how to cleanse the mind. Please go through those videos. Please like, subscribe, comment, share and click bell icon for further notifications.